Hello and welcome to the Survox Console Overview Series, presented by Survox. The third overview in our series will cover project creation and project setup. Let's get started. Project creation allows a permitted user to create new projects, view or edit project details, archive or unarchive a project as well as manage those archives. Let's create a new project. To create a new project, we would click on Project Creation and then New Project. You then need to select the client that the project will reside under. Once you have selected a client, the new project form will appear. Project name: this is the name used within the Survox console to refer to the project. Study code: this is the code that will be used to manage the study. While the project name can contain upper and lower letters, numbers, spaces and a few select special characters, the study code is limited to lowercase letters and numbers only. Environment: if more than one environment exists for the client, you would select the environment that you are wanting to put the project in. Start date and end date: these are reference dates for when a project is supposed to start and stop and are used for informational purposes only. These dates have no effect on the study and its function. Contact name: this is the name of the study contact, usually the project director or programmer is used. It will autofill with your user details. Contact email: email of the study contact. Project type: the project type is the mode the project will run in. Survox currently operates in 4 modes of interviewing. You can collect data across all modes on the same study. Terminal: this mode uses a standard terminal window to collect data and move through the study. This is a COTI mode of interviewing. This mode is deprecated and will not be available in future software releases. IVR, interactive voice response, is the newest member to the Survox family of data collection and allows you to collect data via an inbound or outbound IVR. COTI, computer-aided telephone interviewing. This mode is the standard mode used in the industry to collect data. This uses a standard web browser to move through the study and collect data. Online: this is web-based interviewing where respondents can provide data directly through a website. This mode has 2 available options, open and closed. An open study allows any visitor to the study web page to take the survey. A closed study is respondent-specific and requires a phone file with usernames and passwords. Assign users: by default, the users that are assigned to the chosen client are given access to the study. If you wish to add an additional user or remove a user, you can do so here. Once you have provided all the information for the study, you then click Add New Project. After a project is created, if you need to edit or view project details, you can do so by clicking on the View Edit Projects menu option. This page allows you to update basic project details such as the name, dates, and contact information for the project manager. You can also add or remove project types and add or remove users. If you remove a user, they will not have access to manage or view reports for this project. Once you have completed any update, you can then click on Update Project Details. Within the View Edit Project menu, you can also choose to archive the project, or you can click on the Archives menu option to access the archiving options. Within the Archives menu, you can archive a project. This takes all the study files and live data for that study and zips it up into an archive. This archive can be downloaded for archival purposes. It will also remain on the system so that if it is needed, you can unarchive the project and have access once again to the study and the data. When you archive a project, the project is made inactive in the Survox console and will not be available to any menus except the Unarchive menu. Files and folders pertaining to this study will be removed from the system. The Register Third-Party Project option is used when connecting to Qualtrics or SurveyMonkey. This will be discussed in a later overview of third-party integrations. Now that we have created our project, let's move on to Project Setup. In Project Setup, the Overview page will display the basic information for the selected project. The overview quickly shows what steps have been completed or need to be completed to go live with the study. The first thing to do for a project is to upload or create a questionnaire. The Create Edit questionnaire is a quick way of creating a simple study. We will not go into specifics on creating a questionnaire. For most studies that you will be setting up, you will upload your QPX in through the Upload Files section. The QPX must be named by the study code you used when creating the project. The study name in the header of the spec must also match the study code, or you will get an error when uploading. When uploading your study, the system compiles the study to verify that the QPX is valid and that it doesn't contain any errors. You will see a quick output of any errors or warnings. Once you have uploaded your QPX, you will also need to upload sample. You can do this by uploading your SI or CSV sample file through the Upload Files menu, or you can click on Create Sample and in the Select Source option click on Upload Sample. You will then be presented with an upload form for you to upload the files. Once you have uploaded your sample file, you can then select a shop file to use, or upload your own .head file. You can then click Edit to edit the parameters for this study. The phone parameters for this study can quickly be changed on this screen. The options from the shop file you selected will be populated in this form. If using markets, you can assign and control markets. Time zones allows you to add, remove and edit time zones and weights. Day parts and targets. This allows you to edit your day part times. These times would be local to the respondent and the target attempts in each of those times. Quota status. This allows you to set quota rules to the phone file. Shop open and shut times. This is the shop times that are local to the call center. Miscellaneous settings allows you to adjust time parameters for callback scheduling, release system numbers, and at what interval, and allow you to set other calling parameters such as busy to no answer, number of call histories, and out of numbers delay. In the Advanced Options section, you can select a DNC file to use or tell is not to use any do not call files. Once you have set these settings, click on Save Changes. Under the Import File Map, you can adjust the mapping of Survox variables in your sample file. Once you have made your adjustments, click on Save Changes. Now that you have your sample upload, you can click on Import Sample. This will then give you a quick summary of what was done and how many numbers were loaded. Optionally, you can download the files that were created if you need to view them to fix any errors. The next step in getting a study to run is to test the study. The test mode within the Survox console creates a set of testing files that are used. Data collected during a test is separate from any activity or data that is collected on the live study. This makes it possible to test changes after a study goes live without affecting the live study. When you click on Test, it will ask if you want to rebuild the test sample. By default, it is set to rebuild. Then click on Test It. This will compile the study and create the files needed for testing. You can then click the link that is created and it will open up a new window for the test. When testing, do not use a live interviewer ID as it will show up on productivity reports. As you can see in red, it shows that you are in test mode. If testing with a dialer, you will need to provide a dialer extension. If not, you will only need the interviewer ID. Once you click Start, you will be directed to the survey. If we choose Start Interviewing, the survey will begin and you can begin the testing. When the test is completed, click on Quit Interviewing and return to the Survox console. At this point, if you need to make changes to the survey because you found issues in your testing, you would upload the updated QPX and then you can test again. You can use the test option as many times as you need. If you wish to apply a custom theme or another theme to the survey, you would use the Modify Web Options menu to do this. You can select from the list of preloaded themes, or you can create a new theme and apply that. Once you choose a theme, click on Select Theme to apply it to your survey. You can also modify index page options for online studies. In the Advanced Web Options, you can set status bar controls, Windows prompts, template controls, data check controls, and error messages. Once you have made changes to any web options, make sure to save changes. The last option available in Project Setup is specific to the Survox dialer. The Survox dialer upload option allows you to upload sound files to the dialer. This option is used to upload sound files for IVR studies or playback files for a CADI study where you want to play something to the respondent and then collect feedback on what they heard. You would first choose the upload to location, either IVR or playback, then select the Survox dialer that you want to upload to. To open the sound files window, click on Upload Sound Files. This will pop up a new window that will allow you to then manage and upload sound files for the specific dialer. For multiple Survox dialers, you would need to upload to each dialer. Once you have all your files in place and have tested them, the study is ready to deploy. At this point, you would click on the Deploy menu. You will then be presented with a Go Live link. Click on Go Live and make sure the project you are ready to load is selected. If running multiple modes, you will need to go live in each mode. Once you have the project in mode selected, click on Go Live. This will compile the study and then load all the files into the needed locations for the project to run. A link to the study is provided once it is live. This link is the link that you will want to use to access online studies. However, it is not recommended to use this link for live CADI interviewing. For CADI interviewing, you will want to use the interviewer login page. This will provide you with a better means of control over the station. This will be discussed further in our next overview. Thank you for taking the time to view this overview. If you need additional assistance or support, please enter a support ticket or by sending an email to support@survoxinc.com. Please watch for our next overview in this series, where we will discuss managing the server and interviewers.
This has been a presentation by Survox. Please visit us online at survoxinc.com.